Wrestling fans, when we think of Money in the Bank tonight, when we think about what they produced to us tonight, when we think about what WWE gave to us tonight, when we think about what WWE handed us on what they considered the greatest Money in the Bank of all time, the greatest Raw Women's Championship of all time. Blah, 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 blah. Did they really deliver? Did they really give that to us? Did it really come off as that? Absolutely not. And I think everybody that watched Money in the Bank 2018 would agree with that. Now, why is it not one of the greatest of all time? First off, Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman, the Money in the Bank winners. Now, some of you might be really happy that they won. Some of you might be really happy that Alexa Bliss is the new Raw Women's Champion. Some of you might be really happy and I can tell you right now that this is WWE's direction. Not that they have announced it yet or they have started it yet, but we can see the writing on the wall. Okay, SummerSlam, Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. Mark my word, okay? You're hearing it here first, wrestling fans. WWE's biggest Raw superstar as far as on the women's division that's not Ronda Rousey, who they think it is. Alexa Bliss, that is who they're the highest on. The only reason why they gave her the Money in the Bank and the title tonight, taking on Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam, Women's Championship. Now, does this make any sense with the storyline that they have booked up recently with Natalya being Ronda's friend? No, because this could have been the perfect opportunity for Natalya to turn on Ronda Rousey. Instead, they go down the path that I just laid out for you. And if they don't go down that path, I don't know what in the world WWE is doing. And I'm sure you all are in agreement with me. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below about this situation. As far as the other Money in the Bank, Braun Strowman, another person a lot of people are high on. A lot of wrestling fans are high on. I'm even high on Braun Strowman. The one thing I'm not high on is him winning this matchup because he did not need the Money in the Bank briefcase. He does not need it. Braun Strowman can go out there and tear everybody to shreds. And WWE, wrestling fans, whoever, don't you tell me in the comments below, and don't you feed off this and make him cash in at SummerSlam or somewhere like that, big pay-per-view on a Brock Lesnar matchup, just so Brock Lesnar can be protected. Because I have a feeling that that's the only reason why you had Braun Strowman win Money in the Bank. So Braun Strowman can cash in on a either Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar matchup or a Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar matchup, and still the Universal Championship against them. Mark my word on that one. I can see the writing on the wall on that. How ridiculous is that? Does that need to happen? No. Braun Strowman needs a clean victory over Brock Lesnar when he's fresh inside the squared circle. You all tell me what you're thinking about that. Wouldn't it make sense if someone like The Miz won and started a rivalry with Daniel Bryan after a cash-in, or a Rusev won, or a Finn Balor, or someone like that won, someone that could have really benefited from the briefcase? Braun Strowman doesn't benefit from the briefcase. I'm not convinced. Ugh. Now, I'm not saying this entire show was bad. There were some good things about this show. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. That was a good thing about this show. Okay? That was a very, very good matchup about this show. Elias versus Seth Rollins. Another good match during this show. Two of the best matches on the show, you want to know the truth. To get some of my ranting out of the way, though, and this isn't me ranting, this is me kind of praising WWE, even though some of you are going to say, why on earth are you going to praise this garbage? Carmella versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. James Ellsworth has returned. Now, Carmella won this match. We all kind of figured this was going to happen because James Ellsworth canceled his tour, and I think it was China. But the fact remains, now Carmella can say that she beat Asuka and Charlotte. Now, my reason why I am not cringing on this is because I don't like paper champions. I don't like when WWE makes paper champions. Okay? And Asuka is going to get her rematch regardless. The rivalry is going to continue. More than likely, Asuka is going to win at Extreme Rules. So everybody that is griping and moaning and whining and complaining about Carmella winning this match, take it down a notch. Asuka will probably win. You'll probably get your Charlotte and Asuka match at SummerSlam still. If you don't, I will be seriously surprised. Okay? But whatever. What else do we see on this show? Roman Reigns, the Roman Empire versus the modern day Felharaja Jinder Mahal. That's all I have to say about that contest. Nothing. And thank you, Chicago. You ate that match alive. You ate it alive. You absolutely did. Fantastic. Absolutely. Seth Rollins versus Elias. Seth Rollins still the Intercontinental Champion. I see Seth Rollins losing that belt very soon to Elias, though. Possibly at the next pay-per-view. I really do. If there's one guy that's going to take that title from Seth Rollins, it is Elias. But, this was a very good match. They made Elias look very strong in this matchup. Seth Rollins did a great comeback in this match. Whatever the case, good contest by these guys. And Seth Rollins, still IC champ. Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. A quick squash match for Bobby Lashley. That's it. It was a quick squash. Daniel Bryan and the Yes Movement. And boy, was it huge, that Yes Movement tonight. It was huge at Chicago. Taking on Big Cass. What do you say about this? I mean, honestly. Big Cass lost. He lost. I am very surprised by this, that Big Cass lost. I understand why, but at the same time, I'm surprised. You'd think they would do 50-50 booking and then move on to Extreme Rules and then Daniel Bryan win the rivalry. But Daniel Bryan wins the big time match, the pay-per-view. So one of two things is happening here. The rumor was that because of the one incident where they had the little person come out making fun of Daniel Bryan when Big Cass did the one thing to him, extra stuff to him. Big Cass was in the doghouse or whatever, that went the rumor. If that is still true, then Daniel Bryan picked up the victory, continuing to because of that. Or, since Daniel Bryan's contract is up September 1st, WWE is giving him all these wins, trying to make him as happy as possible by not losing. Win after win after win. He is barely losing to get him to stay, which we all think he's going to stay anyway, but that's beside the point. So, whatever case, D. Bryan wins here at Money in the Bank. The Bludgeon Brothers beat the Good Brothers. Who cares? Does anybody care about the SmackDown Tag Team Division? I don't, and I'm sure you don't. WWE has made it that way. And really, the match that everybody waited for, besides the Money in the Bank, was Nakamura versus AJ Styles. Last man standing. Would this be a screw finish? Would we have a title change? Would AJ retain? AJ Styles retained here. AJ Styles and Nakamura put on a clinic at Money in the Bank. AJ Styles and Nakamura put on an awesome show at Money in the Bank. AJ Styles and Nakamura went pillar to post all over the squared circle, all over outside the ring, awesome contest between these two individuals. I'm telling you, perfect matchup. Absolutely awesome. And we didn't get a screw finish. We didn't. It was great. And AJ Styles picks up the victory. Last man standing. Still WWE champion with a phenomenal forearm that put both men through the table. And he was the one that was able to get up Nakamura flattened on the ground. So overall, this pay-per-view, I can't say that it was the best, greatest Money in the Bank of all time because it wasn't. This pay-per-view had its ups and downs. The results, for the most part, as far as the big matches, made absolutely 0 cents. As far as storylines, what we want to see WWE. Now, we get it, the direction that you are going. We do. But you could have done so much better. So much better than what you did tonight. It was just a show, in my estimation. Not one of the best. But you all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. And I hope you've enjoyed this Money in the Bank review. Don't forget, I am down here in Alabama, Gulf Shores, and I'll be putting together different things for you wrestling fans about my trip down here, like I do every time I take a trip. So it should be entertaining. It should be a good video for you wrestling fans down here in Alabama. I'll be bringing it right here on the channel for you to tune into. So don't forget about that. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell amongst everything else. Facebook and Twitter at 2007 Webby. A lot of hard work goes into this channel for you all. So it's much appreciated if you follow, subscribe, and keep in touch with me within the comments below and hit the notifications so you can hit all of my videos as soon as they get uploaded, because much important to see them. But until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.